All right, come on. Let's talk about something for real now. Come on. Where do y'all want to start?
You seem pretty excited about 6ix9ine.
I'm excited anytime we talk about some shit that I know Maul don't want us to talk about.
Why you think I don't want y'all to talk about?
Because that's your
this?
Man.
I've never met the kid in my life.
Is he a rat?
I don't.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we gotta wait and see. I don't know. We gotta wait and see. That's one thing I don't do. You can't prematurely call somebody a rat.
Does it look like he's a rat?
No, not right now. I mean, what came out? Unless y'all got some news for me. Because he was moved to another facility?
He was moved to a house that is known for people that cooperate. Is what the headline said. But we don't fucking know.
However we interpret all of these headlines is on us. So I'm not mad at anybody who thinks whatever. Because, again, all of this shit is super confusing. It really, really is. To me. And I already told y'all last podcast that the way it's been described to me is MDC is the safest place on Earth. If they had caught Bin Laden, they would have put him in MDC. So I just don't believe that when you say he's transferred from there for his safety. That's not true. That's not true. MDC is full of niggas whose safety is in danger. They know how to move. It's the feds. They know how to move. So that's funny. That's odd to me. Also odd to me that not a lick of this has been on the news.
Well, that's
You
why
mean
I
like national type news?
No, the local news. I watch the news every morning.
Oh, like Channel 4
This
shit.
is a big...
That's why I remember I was telling people was feeling like it wasn't true because it was like it wasn't on the news. It wasn't no pictures of him being arrested. It wasn't pictures of nobody being arrested. It was just like on the internet. People were talking about it.
I watch the news on a few different networks. Like, it's not even like, all right, this Channel 5 missed it, so...
I mean, it pains me to say, but I think TMZ is more reliable than the news now. And TMZ reported it.
TMZ, academics, and a few other people are aiding and abetting criminals and police.
Academics is aiding?
And abetting.
And abetting. Criminals and police. And him, my opinion, is actively trying to help an active police investigation right this second.
Academics is?
100%. 100. Even if he don't know that's what's happening. That is what's happening. And in my opinion, he knows that's what's happening. He done put shit up, deleted shit. All this shit is wild. Anyway, back to Homeboy. So that was weird to me. That they moved him citing a safety issue, but cool. He might have been in a house where niggas was turning up. Then they said the marshals came and got him. That's weird. That's odd.
Yeah.
That's not a normal thing. The marshals are not... The marshals don't come and get you to move.
From the feds? Yeah, no.
No, it makes sense for one specific thing.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So then now we getting reports. They moved him. Great. That still don't say he ratting. The lawyer don't know where he at. The lawyer, now, he could just be saying that, of course. But all right, so let's go with both theories. If the lawyer does know where he is and he's just saying that sounds like witness protection.
I mean, a lot of it does sound like,
And to be a part of witness protection, you have to be...
a witness.
Yeah, so I'm kind of confused. And again, if I'm going back to everything I said on the last podcast where the feds didn't want to intervene right this second, all of them different agencies together didn't want to exhaust all of this fucking manpower for 4 dudes, I don't think whatever they were trying to do was finished. So in my theory.
Well, there was a report that they moved quicker because his life was threatened over a phone call. So they moved before they wanted to move.
Yeah, but I'm just sitting here trying to piece together what's not being said.
Yeah.
And maybe why.
Where does he go if he goes into witness protection?
So that's what I was going to say. If he does cooperate, what is his plan here? Where do you hide the rainbow-headed face tat kid?
Oh, well, all of that will have to change. That, I mean, clearly.
Get a new face.
Wait, comes out of our tax
I don't
money.
understand what
Sammy
y'all saying.
Gravano did that shit.
What has to change? I don't
He
know if y'all
can't-
being silly. What's happening?
No, I'm serious.
No,
He's not
both.
gonna
What
still
happens?
he's not. I mean, if he does that and he's allowed to come home, I don't think he's going to be actively in music anymore. I don't think he's going to be an active artist. I don't think he...
I think he could be, because I don't think these kids care that much if he did snitch.
No, it's not about the kids. It's for his safety now. Like
I'm saying he can still put music out from a location. He just can't be on Instagram.
This
every
is.
day.
I want to be very
so
clear.
he's gonna put music out,
time
no
out,
appearances,
time
no
out.
shows.
Pac has been doing
Time
it
out,
for
time
20
out.
years.
Roy, stop with this foolishness that you're spewing right now. I want to be very.
Take your birth control.
I want to be very. I want to just be very clear here that the conversation we're having transcends music.
Right.
I don't want us to derail this back to music because there are some listeners who are unable to divide the two and tell that this is much bigger than music. And some of those blurred lines have us here.
A lot of his careers. Those blurred lines.
And that's why Act, just as someone who's like a case study to me, just really confuses me. Like, how many examples do you need put in front of you? Like, niggas that's not street should stay away from street niggas and street shit. Like, I'm not trying to be offensive when I say that.
But that's what I was trying to say months ago about Homeboy. Like, I didn't understand what he was doing, and everybody, they giving him this platform, and whatever, cool, make a living, do what you do. But I'm seeing it and I'm looking at it like he just moves funny. Like he don't understand the situations that he's in and that he's putting himself in. He thinks it's
Which person are you talking about?
academics. Like he puts himself in the middle of a lot of things that are serious. Mm-hmm. And then, it's like, what do you report? Like all of this reporting stuff. It's like, what are you doing?
See, my thing on the flip side of that, because, I can't prove whether someone knows the severity of a situation or not. But on the flip side of that, I've heard Act consistently call 6ix9ine his close friend. Never mind the fact that they just met last year. Never mind the fact that they both just used each other for whatever they, But who cares? Because you can develop a friendship with somebody in a year. Mm-hmm. But if this is indeed your close friend, you shouldn't have been posting a lot of shit. Like, forget about you got a job to do. And again, I don't say these things because it's never on me to judge someone's friendship, how they move or whatever. But now that we're at this juncture, it just always reminds me of that season 1 of Ozark when Marty caught his wife cheating or fucking around, and he said, "You had a million different opportunities to put a stop to this and say no. You could have said no here. You could have said no here. You could have like when I look at this shit, I see a million people and a million opportunities for this shit to not go any further. And still, while it's right where it is, people are still continuing it to go further. Like, I'm uncomfortable reading some of these TMZ and academic reports because I felt from a million months ago that niggas was gonna kill this kid. I've been felt like that.
Well,
so I certainly don't want to read all these reports from fucking platforms that are, let me choose my words carefully here.
Well, I will say this while you find the words. I was uncomfortable. I didn't like the Ebro statement that he read from the police. Like, why are the police sending you a statement? I didn't understand. That was kind of weird to me.
Listen, sending him a statement.
That's not weird.
That's
to me.
whatever.
No, that's
but
weird.
reading it was a little weird.
That's weird. Why are the
Just
police
reading it was a little
sending
odd.
Why are the police sending Ebro a statement?
I'm just assuming because of all the things that have happened in that station in the past. I'm sure
cut
Emmis
it
has
out,
some
man.
communication with the police.
Cut it out.
And the artists that come up and down
That's
from
not
there.
normal shit, bro. Police don't just send you a statement regarding what happened with the art. Like that doesn't. Why are they sending that there? Like, come on, man. That shit that's some funny shit going on over there, man. That's not normal shit for the police to say. Here's why we arrested this kid. Like, what?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, who's the police? The station, the radio station. Like, we don't give a fuck if they should know why we did what we did. Like, that's not normal behavior. That's not normal protocol. That doesn't happen. Yeah. So that was the only thing that I saw. I like a lot of the shit y'all telling me about, but that's one thing I saw where I kind of raised my eyebrows at that. Like, wait, hold up.
With the Act thing, to your point, Joe, if he didn't know no better, he didn't know no better. But during all his Chicago coverage and all that other stuff, he would be sarcastic and call these people dumb. All the street dudes are dumb. This is foolishness. Why y'all doing this? And he would try to say he was offering some type of guidance when he would talk to these people, then why are you posting that stuff?
I guess he
if he didn't know no better and was just posting it, I'd be like, all right, whatever, Ack. You just don't know no better. It's cool. But when you're doing that on one video and then posting another one, if you knew better, don't post it.
But he might feel like one exonerates the other. He might feel like because in their face he says, yo, this is wrong, you should stop, you should XYZ, that, okay, the bases are covered, so now I can post whatever I need to post.
Fair. If we're friends and I'm your actual friend and I see you committing a crime, I'm not going to post it on the internet, even if you tell me, yo, go post that shit.
Well, we're
friends.
That's why I just.
If you're not my friend, whatever. I guess the media game is the media game. It's not my place to say. But if you're my friend, fuck no. Are you dumb?
That's why I just got to mind my business, because, friendship is subjective as well. Like,
Very true.
That is not the way that I conduct my relationships. But there are some people out there, and we don't have to highlight it, but especially in this fucking Wi-Fi era, niggas is friends for a lot less.
That's true.
Like, at least in that Ack and Tekashi relationship, they both had something to offer.
Right.
Like, niggas is friends for a hell of a lot less. So, I mean, I'm not going to judge him. I'm just going to say I don't conduct my relationships like that, and I get far away from people who do. It's scary. It's too scary to me. But to your Ebro point, Maul, that's why what 50's stance is confusing in this too. Because 50, you keep blasting Ebro. What side of the fence are you on if this kid is a rat?
Yeah, but I mean, if we're gonna take it there, we take it back to the John 50 thing, and Ja claims that 50 was working with the police. That was one of his things. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what's real and what's not anymore.
Can I ask? All right, so let's get off of that for a minute. Let me ask y'all: does it matter if somebody's working with the police? Like, does it matter in the music?
Hell yeah. Y'all? Fuck yeah.
What do you mean in the music?
Especially when you portraying a certain lifestyle and content, and you saying certain things in your music.
I agree with that statement.
It has to add up. It has to add up in real life. Like, you can't be talking like this in your rhymes, and you from this place and from these neighborhoods, and then working with the police. Like, what?
See, and that goes back to the question I asked a few weeks ago about why do we search for real shit in entertainment? Like when Tekashi said, "Whole crew full of killers, I'm a killer too." Great line. Drop the beat out. Have fun. I don't believe you.
Have fun.
So
it's a wild thing to say. Have fun too.
Have a blast. Listen, the whole what was Bobby Shmurda's first single? That was my shit, man. Bobby Shmurda's hard. But I'm saying that whole song was my shit, and it probably got him in a little bit of trouble. But it was a dance song, all those crimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that shit felt great in the club.
It did.
But back to Tekashi. Like, well, not just him, but your point, like, why is that like that? Like, why does that matter to you?
Why does it matter if somebody...
Or not just to you, but why does it matter to people?
If somebody's working with the police?
In music.
Well, because a lot of these dudes, like I said, they come from these neighborhoods, and they come from these real situations, and they have people around them that are involved in real situations. So their content is of that. So now you can't be talking like this in your rhymes, and I'm doing this, so I'm a real one, and then you know the codes. Like, you can't let the police do their job. You don't help the police in doing their job. The police ain't helping you write rhymes.
We old niggas, so I understand and I agree with all of that shit. I'm trying to make shit applicable to today, and I don't think that these ethics you talking about are applied today, right?
No, these ethics apply.
How so with all of this shit?
No, that's these individuals.
This is new shit. This is new age shit going on.
But that's these individuals. So if they choose to do that, cool, that's on them. They now have to walk around life with that forever. They have to live with that. You help police in an investigation. You have to wear that. Now you know where we're from. You know how we view you from now on. Now you're on a certain side of the line. It's a line in the sand. Once you cross that line, that's it. There's no coming back. And it's not It's not. Again, you got to understand what I'm saying is when you're rapping about certain things, you're saying certain things, you're portraying certain things. Don't portray it when it benefits you. And don't portray
but why
it to try
is what they all do, Maul?
No, all of them don't do. A lot of these guys are real. They've been investigated. A lot of artists been investigated and didn't help police. There are quite a few artists that didn't do that.
Oh no, that wasn't what I was saying. I wasn't saying they all do that.
So what are you saying?
I was saying they all rap about something and don't necessarily live it.
But that's what I'm saying. So now it's just that this is a person who now is in a position to where we're gonna see if he lives up to that image he was portraying, that tough guy, real one, gangster image that you were portraying. Because now you're in a real situation. So now are you gonna do something real? Are you gonna stand on that?
The marshals went to MDC in the middle of the night and got him out of there. Like, I know what that says to me.
Again, I'm not one that prematurely puts that on a person until I 100% know.
I'm not putting it on anybody.
Okay, that's just me. I'm just saying I can't, because I know dudes that have been labeled that and they absolutely didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen the effects of that, like where people turn their backs and it's like, what? Like, I never cooperated. There's no paperwork. There's no nothing. All my paperwork is legit.
Listen, the snitch thing, because I forgot whatever it was, that became the new cool shit to say to somebody, where the internet be like, ooh, that was like one of the first L's. Mm-hmm. Like, you a snitch. Mm-hmm. I know, because it was said about me a whole bunch of times, but I always took it as, where's paperwork? Just show some paperwork. You always have to just show. If a nigga is an informant, I mean,
let's just rewind.
There's paperwork.
But
the
snitch thing goes the same way with like the sexual assault thing. Like, that's a stigma for you, no matter what, whether it can be proven or not. You just have that stigma now. It stays with you.
But that's the see. But again, we could just rewind a few years ago with Bobby and Rowdy. Like, they were in a situation where I'm sure them people had them in there trying to turn on other people and say shit. What Bobby did, I'll take this time so Rowdy ain't got to do like we both do 7. I'll take it.
And then the other one.
These is young boys keeping it at 1,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Bobby and them held it down.
This is what I'm saying. So it's like, come on now. It's possible for young boys to keep it all the way 1,000, even when you behind the walls and be like, listen, I know what it is. Cool, give it to me. I'm gonna wear that. So it's like, listen, you gonna have to pick your side. What side you on?
Daniel Hernandez don't want to wear that.
We shall see.
No. Daniel Hernandez doesn't care about anything but his freedom because he doesn't want to be in jail. 6ix9ine cares about not being a rat.
Okay, well, we're going to find out either way.
Daniel Hernandez wants to get the fuck out of that jail.
That's not going to happen. I don't give a fuck who we tell on. You sitting down for a second.
Oh yeah. I think that's clear.
His lawyer know a little bit. That
at this point, it's trying. It's about how much time.
Yeah. That's all of these posts, and that's what I mean when I say Ack is actively helping some shit. I can tell, like, because I've unfortunately been through a few of these law shits before. I could tell when the lawyer is telling you to promote some shit or to do some shit or put some shit out because the prosecutor or the DA or the judge is feeling like this. And man, you got to put that shit in the street. I know it sounds wild, but that shit happens. Justice is occurring online. Them niggas is looking. They want to know. That's what's happening. Yeah.
That's the same thing with the OJ trial when they put everything in the magazines and on the news. It's just now on Instagram. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. You have to spin the narrative. It helps in court for some reason.
That's what I'm saying.
That the media could really dictate what happens in court.
I keep asking my prayers because I know him and I love him, and I would just like him to just be away from all of that shit. I kind of identify with some of that shit as being a young nigga around some niggas that I was just a little different from.
Yeah, see, that's what I think the internet just it allowed people that weren't of that lifestyle and weren't from certain, ethics and codes to now have a voice. Yeah, and have a voice and partake in certain events where it's like, Ack know he's not from that. He know he shouldn't. There's a lot of things he shouldn't be speaking on and reporting and things like that. It's like, so don't do that, because that's a real situation for who you're talking about. You sitting in the comfort of your home, in your basement, wherever, with a camera on and a mic on and just talking and just putting that out. But it's like, fam, you got to understand there's somebody that's sitting somewhere and this is a real life situation for them.
It's a lot of nastiness. Fucking, what else did I see? Somebody else reposted what was that, the Breakfast Club interview? Oh yeah, they was having a post party all weekend.
Post party.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
Look at this interview that we just did and find out where his head was before all the madness. I hate when they do shit like that.
Everybody want to do something.
You niggas, all that shit is trash.
Yeah,
man.
Everybody wants something to click on.
This is real life shit. You niggas is Oh,
It's not a game, man. Like that.
Yeah.
That kid is going through, and not just
He is
6ix9ine,
going
it's
through
other
it.
people in that same case going through real situations, and people just want. I just want to put a video up. Let me get clicks. Let me get views. Like, fam, all this shit is like it's for a show, and it's like people are really going through something seriously, like real serious right now, and y'all just care about how many views does my video have?
because the kid gets a lot of views. Like, you niggas are nasty. Everybody, all of you, and y'all know who y'all are. All you are nasty. And prayers to everybody. Prayers to everybody. It's a fucked up situation for a lot of people. What do y'all think about the reports of Shotty taking however many million from the kid?
Well, I was thinking because they said he had 1.7 in his bank account, and of course you could always have some money tucked away.
And my 17-year-old
But-
son came home and said, "Damn, I'm shocked that that's all he had." And then
Yeah,
I was
it
shocked that
telling.
my son said that.
In Trey's defense, though, if you don't know how that whole thing works,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
you would think that 6ix9ine would have more than $1.7 million in his legal bank account.
Well, when I continue to ask Trey why he felt like that, a lot of it was just lip service. Like, oh, well, because that's what he said, and because that's what such and such said, and I'm like, come on, Trey.
Yeah, but that's like again, we go back to people just see you on TV a lot or online a lot, and they think you're a millionaire or whatever. Like somebody was laughing at they saw A Boogie on a commercial flight. Like, oh, he on a commercial. I'm like, is he supposed to have the fucking
where should he be?
G5
Right.
like
Or-
where should
waiting
he
for
be?
him? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that. But that's
Hop over to the Carolinas real
but
quick.
that's how people think. They perceive it. Oh, you got all this jewelry
that's
on.
nuts.
You drive this car. You got this house. You wear this. You talk about this in your music.
Hey,
Yeah, look what y'all
let me
drove Bow Wow to do.
50,000 in gas from New York to LA on the PJ.
Yeah.
Let me just help y'all. That's
stupid.
Forget about what it costs to rent per any of that. I'm just talking about fueling.
Right.
Yeah, there's a reason niggas on commercial flight. You right, man. Niggas kill me that just be saying shit and have no idea about shit.
A nigga saw me on the train one time and was like, "Yo, you on the train?" Yes, nigga. What you mean? Yes, I'm on the fucking train. Nigga. Yes.
Word.
Absolutely. Am I on the train? Yep, it's me.
Love the train.
Love it. No traffic.
It's my
Yeah.
shit.
No traffic. I'll be where I need to
couple
be.
dollars, express train.
I'll be there in 7 minutes. I'm going right across town. I need to be there in 7 minutes.
Well, and I explained to Trey that, regardless of what you think, 1.7 is a lot of money for a 22-year-old.
It's a shitload.
It's a lot of money, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one could look at 6ix9ine's popularity and think he would be worth much more than that.
Yeah, but people
and when
don't-
they were saying how much he was getting per show, like just the things they put out there, I can see how kids would think.
Well, that's why I've never wanted to interview the kid. A million people have asked me to interview this kid. For what? I know how that story goes that you're saying, Rory. The kid is worth more.
oh, well, that's
At
for sure.
some point, something was going to happen for him to figure out exactly what he was worth. Because
Yeah.
Daniel Hernandez has no way of really knowing what he's fucking worth because he's trusting whoever he's trusting with all his info, his business, his intellectual, everything.
And especially when you come from a mind state of the situation he was in, $20,000 is $1 million at that point when you're that early in your career. And you were just sleeping on your mother's floor. Like 20 grand, you're going to have a smile on your face.
You heard what he said. That's basically what he said at the Breakfast Club. And he was like, listen, I thought I was getting paid this. They gassed me talking about I need image reparation. And I agree. So it was like, fuck it, I'm doing it. So, yeah, he clearly felt like, all right, I'll take a short and I'll get it done. Little do he know, short, you at the highest you'll have ever been.
Yeah, and
There is no short.
And probably will ever be.
This ain't a short. It's not a short. Oh, man. Prayers to everybody, man. Prayers to everybody. Now, let's talk about some good shit.